behind your deepest fears that you are hiding, your deepest desires. Open your heart. Maybe this challenging time of your life is to prepare you for the next stage of becoming the butterfly, a being that is so light and so free, because she knows that she doesn't have to compare to anyone else, and she knows that her way is the way. So now, imagine that this butterfly is emerging from your heart. Focus on your heart center and feel her in the center of your heart, gently flapping her wings, gently beating your heart. Imagine this butterfly being so alive inside of you, so alive. Sense her breathing, sense her wings. Feel her soothing you inside. Her wings are fragile and strong at the same time as she sings to you. Allow yourself to be exactly as you are. My name is Reality. I am what happens. I am what happens, not the story you tell yourself about it. I am exactly what happens, not the opinion you have about me. I am what is real, not what is assumed or imagined. Not what happens in your mind and you call future. I am the way I am, complete, perfect, and just. Nothing can be added or taken away from me. I exist whether you like me or not. I exist whether you understand me or not. I am reality, the first degree dream. The only thing that can be proven because I exist now. All else is what you make it mean about yourself and others based upon the imagination you go past, slipping into the dream within the dream within the dream within the dream. I am reality. I am timeless. I am unbound. The problem with you is that you think you have time. You think you have time. What if time wasn't what you believe it to be? I am going to take you on a little spin. Here is my map. A journey to visit two far planets where people like you perceive time very differently. The first planet is one of the most evolved in the entire universe, yet very similar to yours. It is called the planet of last moments. If you stay quiet, you can hear the creator of the planet sharing her story from her human past. I was so excited about eating my favorite coconut ice cream I haven't had for years, coated in crunchy chocolate. I took my first bite, and when I finished, still holding the wooden stick in my hand, I realized I didn't have any of it. My mind was planning and worrying about the future. I had no recollection about having any of the experience of eating the ice cream except of the first bite. And that's how much I had from the whole ice cream. One bite. So I created the most efficient planet where you only have what you truly have in reality, not as an idea. You can have anything you want, but the moment you stop being present with it, which means you stop appreciating it, it just disappears. A little witch governs the planet. Any moment you worry about something or someone, it disappears, gone. You can't have it again. When you worry, analyze, or judge people, you can't have that relationship. You can have $1 million in a bank anytime you want, but as soon as you worry about losing it, it's gone. We appreciate everything equally, exactly as it is, because it might be the last moment with it, and so we stretch that moment. We no longer strive to make everything long and sustainable here. For what? To live like a mouse on a treadmill? We no longer want to save marriages. For what? So we can be married with secrets, pretense, and judgments. We no longer want to save our money. For what? So we can buy things that we can't have. When you treat your relationships and possessions as mere ideas of having to convince yourself to be deserving enough, you miss the entire empire of nature and love. That is all inside, that is all around, that is all inside, that is all around, all inside, all around, all inside, all around. Okay, let's leave. I will take you to a completely different planet. It's called the final day of relaxation. And welcome to the final day of relaxation. We'll focus on just one life. You won't know her much by observing her life. To really get to know her, you must hear her thoughts. Here she is. I've been so busy lately, doing 100 things at once, peeling potatoes so fast I couldn't see the pleasure of the skin of the potato sliding. I asked myself, why? Why am I rushing? I didn't want to answer. It was embarrassing. I'd rather peel the damn potato a little faster so it's gone and I can forget about it. Yep, poor little potato guy. I had no deep connection with him. And it's someone I'm going to be very intimate with once I boil him. Anyway, the answer to why I was rushing is this: to finish dinner before my friend comes, so I can be the one who cares so much about him and get his appreciation. So I can be the one who has her life together, someone who is never late, someone who can be trusted. So she has many brilliant friends to feel secure, and the future is bright. And so one day she can just relax. And on that day, that amazing final day of relaxation, she will be so present and loving and peaceful and relaxed that she will notice all the pleasures of the world. She will notice the dimple of her lover's face that makes her melt even though he is distant or hurt. She will notice her favorite song playing in the background when doctor gives her bad news. She will notice the smell of lavender when stung by a bee, and she will remember to notice the soft skin of a potato while peeling it for no reason other than joy. Because on that one final day of relaxation, there will be nowhere to go and no one to be. That one day, one day, one day. If there was time, it would be time to go back home, to your earth. See, she doesn't have boundaries and countries. Those are all nebula fluff concepts in your mind, not real. You can have anything you want here. 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 Or can you tell me one experience that is not available here when you step outside of your cocoon? So let's go back to the people, to the smells and stories, flesh and bones, where gods wave stories to experience themselves, where everything unfolds together, nothing can be divided except in your thoughts. What if you were never stuck? What if your stuckness is the interruption you need to notice the freedom you have? Relax into your own being and imagine you have no past and you have no future. An eternal sparkle flying through your own experience in this eternal moment. And there is only one important conversation, and that is between you and you. Now bring all your awareness to the space between your eyes and get a feeling of that space. Visualize that space. And perhaps hear the silence between the eyes. Think about the space and have a sense of newness between the eyes. And after seeing it, imagine feeling that space. There is only one important conversation, and that is between you and you. And when you go deep enough, you'll notice that every unpleasant or painful situation has a deep conversation between you and you. That is not true. And because it's not true, it hurts. But you have to go very deep and be very still. Because when you listen to the superficial thoughts, they might hide those deeper thoughts by telling you that you are better than others. You are the one who is better. So we judge others. We give them advice, so you can sculpture them into someone more easy to be around, so you can feel better about yourself. Only someone who doesn't feel good enough deep inside would ever try to convince herself that she is better than anyone else. There is only one important conversation, and that is between you and you. Consider that all the busyness in your life, in your world, is just to distract you from that one conversation, from your connection to what is real, true, and it can't be ignored. So imagine you have no past and you have no future. An eternal sparkle flying through your own experience in this eternal moment. 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 Can you imagine the space inside your head? Can you imagine the space between the top of your head and the bottom of your feet? Can you imagine the space between your left ear and your right ear? Can you imagine the space between your shoulders and your toes? People often ask me, can you give me advice on this or that? What shall I do? My partner ignores me. I'm stuck in my life. I don't know what to do next. So I will give you an advice. The only advice you need. Ready? And how do you know that you are ready? Would you know if you weren't? So actually, before I give you the advice, consider this. I can share with you how to make something. Want some ice? Put some water in the freezer. What if you asked me to give you some advice on how to make some ice? When you think about it long enough, an interesting thing will happen. You'll notice the space where the question about advice comes from. Who do you believe yourself to be to ask someone for advice? You must believe you are someone who has no access to the truth. In perpetual mercy of other people's opinions, of others you consider experts. So here is my advice to you. Advice is a distraction from the real problem, to which the answer is learning how to question your own thinking. to arrive to your own wisdom and truth that sets you free in any situation. And there is only one important conversation, and that is between you and you, 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 and that is between you and that is between you and you. Relax into your own being and imagine you have no past and you have no future. An eternal sparkle flying through your own experience in this eternal moment. But humans think they have time, so they put what really matters into the department of the mind called future, postponing what truly matters until later, one day, sometime, trying to figure things out in your head as if there is where the real stuff resides, in your mind dreams. So imagine you have no past and you have no future. An eternal sparkle flying through your own experience in this eternal moment. And we are so afraid that if we don't figure everything out in our mind, made of pillars, made of mush, then we won't know what to do. And yet, somehow, we always know, despite of what your mind is telling you. You always know what to do. I was feeling so stuck one day. I remember crying because I didn't know what to do. I felt stuck, alone, unsupported, and all that jazz. And then I looked at my dog, Cashew, and she was wiggling her tail. I asked her, "Cashew, how do you know how to wiggle your tail?" And she just wiggled a bit more, sensing I was directing my attention to her. And I was like, "How do you know? How do you know?" And she wiggled and wiggled. She knows because she doesn't think about it. She just does it. And she can't do it wrong. Just like you. When you let go of the planning in your mind, trying to figure out everything so you feel good and safe and loved in the future, that concept built on mush pillars. When you let that go, you find yourself in a space of being done by something much, much greater than you. You simply know how to do what you're doing. You simply know you're doing it. Beyond the stories that keep you lacking, stuck in the blaming world, there is a space of somehow knowing space. That space has a very different conversation with you than the mind has with you. The mind that tries to figure it all out, and as if it could predict all the unseen and unpredictable influences. And so there is only one important conversation, and that is between you and that space. Can you imagine the space between your fingers? Can you imagine the space between your shoulders and your hips? Can you imagine the space between your mouth and your nose? Can you imagine the space between your hips and your toes? Relax into your own being and imagine you have no past and you have no future. An eternal sparkle flying through your own experience in this eternal moment. And there is only one important conversation, and that is between you and you. Maybe this challenging time of your life is to prepare you for the next stage of becoming the butterfly, a being that is so light and so free, because she knows that she doesn't have to compare to anyone else, and she knows that her way is the way. So now, imagine that this butterfly is emerging from your heart. Focus on your heart center and feel her in the center of your heart, gently flapping her wings, gently beating your heart. Imagine this butterfly being so alive inside of you, so alive. Sense her breathing, sense her wings, feel her soothing you inside. Her wings are fragile and strong at the same time as she sings to you. Imagine that you are taking a slow stroll on the beach in the late afternoon, and the only thing that you are carrying with you is a small, soft-bound notebook with a pen. Your walk is slow, relaxed, as you're enjoying the feel of the white sand underneath your feet, massaging your soles from below. You're bathing in the warmth of the sun, landing on your skin, and the fresh breeze from the ocean is gently kissing your skin. And you're just noticing how peaceful it feels in here, far away from all the noise, all the pressures, duties, and obligations. Simply taking time from your busy life, from all the distractions, other people's opinions, away from the news, from the gossip, just to spend some time alone, to reconnect and recharge, coming into your own being and taking time for yourself. And you notice that your walk is gentle and unhurried as you are. And as you are enjoying the open view of the majestic waves crashing onto the shore in the near distance, you notice that you feel very open and spacious inside. With each step, you feel more relaxed, more open, and a little more spacious inside. You notice that perhaps it's been a while when you last walked so peacefully, with no rushing, with nowhere particular to get, nothing particular to achieve, nobody else to take care of, with no path in the sand. You are just walking for the pleasure of the sand, warming and exfoliating your feet, relaxing deeper with each step, relaxing deeper with each wave, letting go more with each breath you take. And now your whole body feels so relaxed. You decide to sit down for a while and admire the colors of the ocean that are changing from dark blue to light turquoise with some teal undertones, wrapped in these fizzy white bubbles that come and go. And you notice the color of the sky is so bright as the sun starts to set. And you feel so grateful to experience this immense beauty with all your senses. And perhaps as you are sitting here quietly, far away from the world as you know it, you might notice some thoughts about what you need to do tomorrow, what you should have done today, or perhaps conversations replaying in your mind. You simply notice all the thoughts that come to you with curiosity. Meet those thoughts with curiosity. What if, instead of being consumed by my thoughts and obligations today, I put each thought on the ocean wave and let it surf for a little bit. And so when you notice you have some story or thoughts popping to your mind from the past, simply take this thought as if it was a frame in a movie, and take this one frame that summarizes this thought or this story and place it on one of the waves and let it surf for a little while until it simply dissolves in the ocean and becomes one with the ocean. And you can do this every time you notice that your mind has been taken away from the presence and from my voice into thought. And gently take the thought and let it surf, and watch it again to dissolve in the ocean, becoming one with the ocean. And at this moment, you almost hear the ocean waves come close to you and gently speak to you in the language you understand. You came to build your strength, to gain the courage that you need to refuel your spirit. It is your time to take a break from your busy life to gain new perspectives. New perspectives away from how you should and shouldn't be in the world. It's time for you to notice how much beauty you have in your life, how many opportunities you have in your life when there is nobody to compare to. It's time to notice that everything you need is always accessible to you. You are a precious spirit walking this path, and all your choices are always the right ones. So relax into knowing that the path you are taking won't be the same as the one of others. As the ocean washes away the footprints in the sand with each tide, your path will be created by each step you take. So relax into the knowing that you are just like the ocean, being moved from within in each moment. You are perfect the way you are, except of what your mind tells you about it sometimes. You are precious beyond any value. You are always safe, always loved. You have access to everything you need when your mind is opened and relaxed. When you are creative and resourceful, spacious, peaceful, patient, and enjoying this unfolding of your life story. You are grounded. You are whole, connected, compassionate, grateful, and trusting. Then you remember that you have your notebook with you, where you write your personal thoughts, inspiring ideas, deep wisdom, some intimate conversations with your own self, and moments of gratitude. So you open your notebook and slowly scroll page by page, skimming through the pages as you become aware of all the events, feelings, thoughts, opportunities, learnings, or longings and appreciations you had in the past year, all the way up until today. And as you are scrolling slowly, you notice a gentle smile on your face. You remember that all the challenges in the past year always led to some beautiful opportunity, disguised or not. A beautiful moment, sooner or later. And from this relaxed and beautiful place, you are flipping through the pages and really noticing how beautiful your story really is as you are reading it with your compassionate eyes, with the eyes of wisdom, wisdom that knows all the obstacles are never in the way, but are the way, your way. And if you feel compelled, you can write a few words into the notebook with how your day was, noting your feelings and thoughts or insights Perhaps ask yourself, what have you missed to notice about your life when you were preoccupied with so much to do or so much to say? And see the pen effortlessly moving on the page, almost as if by itself, writing words of appreciation, perhaps for some big things in your life, and perhaps for the small things in your life, like gentle smiles, warm food, or having someone or something in your life that wasn't there a year ago. And when you are finished in your own time, you notice that the tide is getting higher, and one of the waves came so close to you, it almost touched your feet. The ocean is so close to you now that you hear the fizzy sound of the bubbles coming and receding when you listen closely. And as you are witnessing the last few moments of the sunshine before the sun sets completely, you also indulge in the beautiful colors that are being presented by this clear sunset just for you. From purplish pink to fire orange, you notice the sky is painted by these colors, as well as the surface of the ocean are reflecting all these colors. You notice that just like the ocean, your life stories come in waves and cycles, and nothing can be hurried. And with that, you notice a deep sense of relaxation and softness inside. In the meanwhile, the colors of the sunset range across the sky, a warm, fuzzy palette of shades and rich colors that reflect the wide-ranging experience of life. At the edge of horizon, the warm, welcoming yellow of the sky joyfully greets the ocean, as if two old friends are meeting again after a long time and embrace. It is the same warm feeling you experience in the company of friends and family, where you feel at home, when you feel comfortable. As the lights flicker down, the air fills with the laughter, smiles, and chatter. Just above the yellow is a delicious, tangy mustard that carries a hint of surprise and a smudge of exhilaration. In the color of mustard, you can savor the zesty, sharp excitement of jumping off the edge, of soaring through the air, swimming through the cold waters, the spicy, invigorating taste of passion. The mustard spreads across the sky and melts into sweet, pleasant peach. And then it merges into deep orange, an orange that cuts a wide, bold path through the clouds, pulsating. At the same beat begins to pulse in your blood, and you feel yourself carried into the wilderness of the flow, moving to the same beat, feeling one with nature, feeling connected, feeling part of this whole scenery. The orange tangles with the indigo further up, right up against the edge of the sky, a dark blanket through which the stars peek through. And the indigo carries a hint of playful mischief, of flirtation, of the darkness and the incoming night, and all the flirtatious, amorous moments that the night witnesses. The star-speckled indigo sky has the same dappled texture of a beautiful gown, and it is as if the coming night takes the shape of an alluring stranger, an enchanter or enchantress who you meet on a night out. A low and husky voice whispers playful, sweet nothings into your ear, promising mystery and intrigue, while fingers speckled with stars caress yours, and romance flickers in the air. The colors blend and merge and play with each other, shifting with time, reflecting the complex, fascinating vastness and mix of life. With that, you feel so relaxed that you lie down in the warm sand and close your eyes, feeling content, peaceful and safe. And as the ocean continues to wash the shore, you find yourself in between sleeping and waking, in a dreamlike state, your body heavy and motionless, your thoughts are soft, your breathing is slow and deep. And as you are lying here, peacefully and motionlessly, the breeze is getting cooler and the The sky becomes gradually dark blue and then almost black, with some stars already popping into the view. By now, the tide has been gradually receding, and now you can hear the gentle waves in the distance. You feel so grateful for letting yourself simply be here today, without the need to do anything. You know that your best ideas come from this place of relaxed openness. You know that you don't have to figure anything out, because things simply change when you least expect them, and you will do and say the right thing at the right moment, because you are being moved by this relaxed force from within you. It is the same force that moves the ocean. It is the same force that shines the stars and blows the breeze. It is the same force that moves your chest when you breathe. It is the same force that grows your fingernails and pops dreams into your mind. It is the invisible force that silently takes care of you in each moment. You feel completely one with the ground, one with the ocean and the sky. You feel one with your life, exactly as it is, feeling relaxed in wonder, curious about what will come next in your upcoming chapters from this place of trust and surrender, being taken care of and supported, even though sometimes in ways that you don't understand yet. A low and husky voice whispers playful, sweet nothings into your ear, promising me. And now, just let the sound of the waves gradually take you yet even deeper into a state beyond relaxation, into a dreamy place where sleep brings you yet to another place, blend and merge and play with each other, shifting with time, reflecting the complex and sweet dreams, fascinating vastness and mix of light. With that, you feel so relaxed that you lie down in the warm sand and close your eyes, feeling content, peaceful and safe. And as the ocean continues to wash the shore, you find yourself in between sleeping and waking, in a dreamlike state, your body heavy and motionless,